Episode 52. I am trying my best. I am trying my best to be on tonight. I am James Lott Jr. This is Talk a Lot with James Lott Jr. I was actually doing some editing for a series that's coming up. I have some things that's coming up and also dealing with what's going on in life. So we're going to talk about it again for the hour. It's my talk show. We'll see who comes through. It's Friday night. Let's see what happens. I'm drinking already and feeling all kinds of emotions about all kinds of things. So I guess we're going to talk about it. I will turn the camera around now because I look crazy, but it's fine. Yeah. Okay. Hi, kids. My hair is crazy. I'm feeling crazy. The world is crazy. America's crazy. Everything's crazy. I'm drinking already, kids. I'm drinking that drink I had last night. There's mango sorbet and vodka. In a Starbucks cup. That's what we're having tonight. This thing is melting here. I need a drink. There's crazy talk out there. I'm feeling all the emotions. I mean, I'm dead serious. I'm feeling them all. So, but of course, the show must go on. I was in the editing room for a new podcast I'm producing for JLJ Media. It's going to be a good podcast. Good guy who's doing it. Wants to help affect change in the world. And I'll make an announcement on that soon. I have like 4 or 5 things in development at the moment at various stages. You know, Forever and a Day, of course, the soap opera. My girlfriend's after show. I recorded the first episode, and I'm talking girlfriends, like, you know, the show Girlfriends, TV show Girlfriends. I recorded the first episode, and I actually contacted some of the stars. So stay tuned for that from the show. And I'm also putting together, what else was I doing today? Oh, my new album's out tomorrow. I have a new EP out tomorrow with my friend James Woods. It's called J2. It's Time, 5 songs. I just uploaded them to my SoundCloud page, but it'll be out tomorrow for streaming and purchase. Very excited about that. I signed a deal for another podcast I'll be producing for the insurance industry. So I'm diversifying my life. So life is going on. You know, we got to continue making content and doing stuff. But it was getting hard. I'm trying not to, like, you know, lay down and just, like, hide from the world. Well, I'm already hiding from the world because I'm not going outside anywhere, but I'm trying not to, like, you know, what's going on. Doing my TikToks. I didn't do any today. I got to do some. This hair is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's Friday night, kids. Friday. Oh, yeah, it's going to be cute. It's 5 songs, 2 instrumentals, but they're fun. I think you'll like them. They were recorded 2 years ago, 2.5, almost 2.5 years ago they were recorded. But this group J2 that I'm in, because both their names are James, that's why it's J2. We actually are working on new songs. So there was something we had on hold for years, and then we finally releasing it. Get it out to the world. We love it. We're liking it. So it's yeah. And I'm almost finished with my Spanish album, and I'm almost finished with my soundtrack that I'm doing for that film. So I'm working on all kinds of music, but today it was podcast day. I had some great interviews the last couple of days. I'm having to readjust because everybody's doing soap stars now. Apparently, everybody's doing it. Me and Alaka were the only ones doing it for a while. Now everybody else is doing it. So I'm diversifying and moving on to other areas of life. You guys have all the soap stars. I'll probably do a few here and there, but I'm like, for now, it's getting oversaturated. So I'm moving on to other people's. I have some great people I'm talking to. So it should be interesting. I'm working it out. Sorry, my alarm decided to go off. Yeah, the Spanish album has some really good songs. Liaison Radio is following me now. I thought they were following me before. Yeah, it should be good. I just finished another song for it. So I want to get enough songs to put out an album. I don't want to put out another EP. I want to put out a Spanish language album. That's what I've been wanting to do. So I'm almost there. Almost there, kids. It'll be called Siempre. It's the name of the album. So I have the title, which means always in Spanish. You know that. So it'll be good. So I'm working on that, and so that's going on. I'm gonna start doing some more. I was really pushing the Spanish language content last year. Being very bilingual. I was doing that, and so I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna resume that this year. Just the virus changed everything. Like I had a lot of my Spanish speaking friends on shows with me. We were doing bilingual and Spanish language content on my YouTube channel. There's some Spanish language stuff on my channel. The virus kind of threw everything off, and so I got to pick that up again. I want to continue highlighting my Latino side, so I'll continue doing that. So I'll be working on that. But the songs, I released 2 Spanish language songs. So, hi Nathan Castillo. Songs, Yvette Salas. They're out now. So of course, Bailarlo and La Semana, they're out now. So I'm working some more stuff. So I want to be, and I also speak a little bit of Dutch. So I was doing some Dutch stuff too. So I kind of want to continue with the international stuff. With the Dutch, the Spanish, and the English. Get out there. So, and I'm looking to translate maybe a few of my books into Spanish and Dutch. Think about that. So that's something I'm doing. But I was doing some posts in Dutch. I was doing some posts in Spanish on my blogs. I was kind of doing that kind of stuff. So I'm going to work. I need to work on that. Again, I can't do everything. I can't do everything. I'm the one-man band right now. So I'm focusing on what is just prioritizing what's important at the moment, which I think we're all doing right now. And today I did a lot of laying around today. I did relax a lot. I watered my plants. That was fun. I threw out some stuff, but I decided to really just relax. I sat by my window on my couch for like 2 hours. It was so comfortable. It was just nice. Looking out the window, see my neighbors go by, watching the trees, just watching the flowers and birds fly by. It was good to do that in the middle of the day because I had some interviews this morning. I said, screw it. Just relax. I was so worn out. There's a couple hours I laid here in bed for a couple hours. Middle of the day, just so quiet. It was so nice. I could be going for 24/7. I can go 24/7. There's so much I have to do that I could just continue going. But you can't. It's the weekend, bitches. So I'm not going to. But I am, like I said, I am producing 4 new shows. I'm just building my network, and then, like I said, I'm working on the Spanish stuff because mi gente, trying to do some stuff for them, and because I started that process, I just was today going, I need to really continue that process. So the music's one thing, so that's good. The music's one thing, so I'm getting that out there. La música es Latino, but I'm just trying to do more. I'm trying to be more well-rounded in my stuff. Randomly, RJ, I watched your All About J-Lo podcast with that guy, but no one's watching the chat room. I was making comments, asking questions, and no one was watching the chat room. That's my only complaint. I saw you and Russell Ray Silva doing the show, and I'm like, I have questions, I have comments, I'm saying stuff, and no one's commenting. Last weekend of May 2020, can you believe it? I guess so. I believe it. This year's going by super fast. It's just going by fast. It's June, kids. It's June. Monday is June 1st, bitches. It sure is. It is. I got a royalty check today, so I'm so happy. Yay, royalty check. Thanks, people, for buying my books that month. And that allowed me to buy some groceries. So that's kind of nice. And some Chinese food. I wanted Chinese food so bad. I see somebody's posting Gemini season. Yes, I know it's for the twins. I have a lot of Geminis in my life, actually. I do. I know a lot of Jamai's life. Hi, Danny Barrows 41. I'm his sister Mira. Um, we have a chat room. Yes, you do. You guys were live because I was commenting. I was sitting there commenting, and Brianna was the person who was doing it. Because when it's not live, you can't comment in the chat room. It was you don't know it's not you didn't know it wasn't live. It was live, kids. There were like 7 of us watching. Big booty, cause you got a big booty. Make it work. Big booty, cause she got a big booty. I should be on your show one of these days. I'm the other J-Lo. Hello. J-Lott, J-Lo. We're the same age. She's 50. She'll be 51. I'm 51. Both Puerto Rican. I should be on the show. Talk about something. I love my Chinese food. It was good. I haven't had it in a long time. It was so good. Oh my goodness. It was so good. It was so good. So good. That's only if you want to have James Lott Jr. Grace come watch. You're like, James, we don't want you on our show. You're like, just come watch it. Don't be on the show. You're like, that's okay. We don't want James Lott Jr. to ruin our show. That's fine. I'm a superstar in some areas. It's okay. I Am Beard. I'm wearing your shirts. Still wearing it. I Am Beard Films. I'm still wearing it. I know my friend. It was funny. People call me J Lo sometimes. It's so funny, or J Lot. And then of course we have a J Lo, whatever. Next. Well, you guys just let me know. We'll see what's going on Tuesday after next. I might be busy. Just like J Lo, I do a lot of different things. She's a hardworking woman. She's out there doing 20 different things. I do the same thing she does. I love Chinese food. Yeah, me too. I haven't had it in a long time. I used to get Chinese food all the time. I haven't had it in a long time. I was like, I want Chinese food. I want some Chinese food. It was good. I had a sweet and sour shrimp. It was so good. Cheese and crackers. It was good. So yeah, so that was a good one. Yeah, it was good today. I bought some groceries that I needed, so that money came in handy today. I was able to buy some things that I was missing, so that's good. J-Lot. I have some folks call me J-Lot. Most folks call me JLJ. Most folks will say, oh, it's JLJ, or James Lott Jr. They'll say the full name, like one word. But I've heard J-Lot. Some people call me J-Lot. I've heard that a lot of times, J-Lot. But a lot of people like JLJ for some reason. It's JLJ. My girl Carter Renato always goes, it's JLJ. But most folks say my name like it's one, like Tina Turner. They say like it's one word. They're like, it's James Lott Jr. And I've been that way for like 30 years. I remember someone called me that once. See, a long time ago, I used to always say to people, I used to always announce people when they come into the room. It was always this thing I would do, make everybody feel like they're a star. So I'd be like, oh, my sister's on, you kids. She's in. I would say things like, I'll be like, it's Ronnie Jr., or it's Annie Goen, or it's Xander Garcia Ruiz. Like I would say their full names. I would do it all the time. It's Zane Hubbard. I would always say people's names on purpose, like a big just announcement. People started liking that, and so then people were like, it's James Lott Jr. And I was like, oh, I guess it is like. And so in San Francisco, when I was living there, I was known as James, like just one word, James Lott Jr. It was like no one said James, like no one ever called me James, and it kind of stuck. And I came to LA and same thing, JLJ, but James Lott Jr. So I answer to both. When someone just says James, it's kind of weird. I'm like, James, who's that? But yes, I was going to call you daddy. You ain't even old enough to be a daddy. I mean, I know I'm a daddy in real life, but I'm old. I'm old to be a daddy. I'm a daddy. I'm like grandpa at this point, I guess. Maybe you are a daddy. I'm grandpa. But see, now some folks do call me Daddy James, but they're not my kids who are younger. Or Papa Jamie, that's what my grandkids call me. Or Papa James, I get that. For the Hardys, I'm King Hardy. They call me King Hardy. Or Hallmark Channel. I'm Big Papa or Papa James to a lot of folks at AfterBuzz. They're like, oh, it's Papa James. The folks that I gave jobs to. But James Lott Jr. is the most the one they say all the time. So I take it. Just don't call me late for dinner. That's all. Just an old joke. Call me what you want. Just call me late for dinner. I don't know why I'm hungry again. I'm like, I did very well today. I ate very good today. I didn't eat that much. I spaced it out. And like all of a sudden I'm like, it's 10:19. Now I don't eat late at night usually. But I'm like fucking hungry. I'm like, why am I like hungry? Probably because I ate at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Because I'm now an old person. I eat early. I eat early, kids. I don't like eating late. Hi, Willis. I enjoyed Upload. That was my favorite. I'm singing its praises. I loved Upload on Amazon. I'm singing its praises. I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Oh, I am an old school terminology person. Trust me. I had Tony Moore laughing at some of the sayings I come up with. I always say weird stuff from old time stuff. I say old timey stuff. I've turned into my parents and grandparents. I say old timey stuff. But yeah, I ate at 4 o'clock, so I think I'm hungry again. I'm like, it's a second dinner time. I'm trying to eat early so that doesn't sit in my food, sit in my stomach. Yeah, Upload was the bomb. It was and this is season 2. Thank you, Jesus. Um, I've been watching a lot of olds. I've been watching a lot of documentaries, and I've been watching documentaries and concerts, and I'm watching older shows. I'm watching a lot of Cougar Town, stuff like that. So I'm trying to. There's a couple of new shows I need to check out. I know, so I need to go. They're on my list. I heard Legendary on HBO Max is really good, so I'm gonna watch that because I have HBO, so I get that. He can put his shoes under my bed. I know that saying. Well, see, I always say "kiss my grits." That's from Alice. I say it all the time. But I haven't seen him in a coon's age. People are like a coon. It's supposed to be raccoon. It's an old saying. I am watching Baker and the Beauty. I actually like the show. I do. Because Homegirl was on Dynasty. She was the second Crystal. And then she left Dynasty, and now she's the lead in this. And so I like Baker. And Victor Rusuck, I liked him from How to Make It in America and a couple other things he's in. I do like the show. It's very cute. I like that it's very Latino, and they speak in Spanish and English, and it's filmed in Miami, which I love. I miss Miami so much. I love South Beach. It's trashy, it's whatever, but I love the Art Deco architecture. I love the blue water beaches. Um, I love just walking around, just like in short shorts and nobody cares. My Pollo Tropical, get my food from there. I love South Beach. I miss it so much. I always find the best little boutique hotels on either Ocean Avenue or Washington Avenue all the time, where I'm like a block or two from the beach, and I just give me a little hotel. I got recognized last time I went to Miami by the check-in guy. He knew me from Dishing Days and AfterBuzz. He was like, "You're James Lott Jr." and gave me a bungalow. I was like, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." Um, so yeah, so like, okay, have you watched HTMII? What the fuck is that? I don't know what that is. HTMII. What does that stand for? I don't even know what that means. Plus, I've been drinking, so I really don't know what that means. But I I need to finish going. I need to go back on Apple TV and Apple Plus and finish watching the morning show. I gotta finish watching that. But I've been in the mood for dramas. I've been in the mood for comedies mostly. So I'm like, Miami's the bomb. I love Miami. I love the Florida Keys. I love Key West. I like Florida. People think it's trash here. Florida is so Florida. I've been all over Florida, from northern, central. So I have family there. I like me some Florida. I know it's crazy talk, but I don't care. I like it. And Miami, it's all Cubans. But it's just all the palm trees. And the palm trees are different than the palm trees in LA. They're different kind of palm trees. It's part of the Caribbean. It's close to the Caribbean. And anything Caribbean, I'm all about. I miss the Caribbean. One day I want to go back so bad. I miss the Caribbean. I love the Caribbean. I want to go back to Key West. I want to go back to Florida. I love it. I do. I always have a good time when I'm there. You never been to Florida? I don't know if it's weird. It's just one of those things that, I mean, there's 50 states, and I guess you go where you like have to go most of the time. I went to Florida the first couple of times because of family stuff, and I know Yvette's going there for a family thing, which is I know it's a sad family thing. But I mean, I went to Florida for weddings and stuff. I went to Florida first, and then I started going to Florida. So I guess, and I went there for a conference. So I guess, Key West is the bomb. The Hemingway house with all the cats, getting key lime pie, going to that southernmost part of the country next to that big buoy thing. Just walking through. Key West is like Palm Springs, but on the southeast coast. Well, and again, it's a big market. I have friends who are reporters and hosts in Miami, and it's a big market there. I mean, like there's Miami, there's Atlanta, and everything down there. So yeah, so I don't mind the Southeast. I mean, I love Savannah when I went last year. I love Savannah. Had my Bojangles and my Zaxby's when I was down there. As we realized on the show once before, I've been to 43 states out of 50. So that's pretty good, James Lott Jr. There's only a few states I haven't been to. So, but the Hemingway house was interesting, and all those cats, and they were like descendants from the cats of when he was there. And I don't like bugs, but flying roaches and shit. I mean, I understand that, but I'm just like, won't stop me from traveling to go places, I guess. And the Caribbean, there's some things I've seen things that I just I've seen hybrids of things that scared the shit out of me. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck that is, but I need to go. Oh, you lived in Hinesville. Okay. Yeah, Savannah was great. I had a great time in Savannah. I spoke there. I was a keynote speaker at a conference for perinatal social workers. James Lott Jr. was speaking about self-care to perinatal. They paid me well. It was great. It was humidity. I had a great breakfast there. Oh, my God. See, you guys are talking about food because I'm hungry. So now we're talking about food. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so here's the deal with you guys. Believe it or not, I didn't believe in vacations. Besides, like when my kids, we'd go somewhere like to Lake Tahoe or whatever. I was in San Francisco, Sacramento. But I was always afraid to take vacations. So first, like 20 years of my adult life, I didn't take a vacation. I really didn't travel that much, except to like New York and back and a few places like that. When I was 38 years old is when I really started to travel. Well, no, not that lie back. I was 35, and that was for work. So we all of a sudden we were traveling over the country, and I was traveling every other week. Like, for a while, I was traveling every week and a half. I was going somewhere. And so that's where, and folks, as you guys know from previous shows, I hate flying. I was flying everywhere. I was on small planes and big planes and medium-sized planes, and we were going all over the country. And then my boss at the time enforced vacations. And I was at the company for so long, I got 5 weeks off. Now, of course, I didn't take all 5 weeks. But I started going on cruises. I started just going places. And I was like, yeah, I got to get out. And that's why I did learn to travel. I started traveling. But part of it was because of my job, and that got me going. But I was in my mid to late 30s. So I didn't really travel either. And then all the way until a couple of years ago, I was traveling all the time. I love traveling. I love getting out of LA for a while and see something totally different. I miss my Midwest. I miss the Southeast. I miss the Northwest. I miss Canada. I miss the Caribbean. I miss Hawaii. I'm like, I want to go to Amsterdam and see my family over there. I mean, it's just so much I want to do that I'm just like, I hope I can while I still can. I'm getting old. Like I'm gonna be able to travel. I have my faculties. Be able to travel. So yeah. So I did watch Versace. I mean, I remember when he was killed, so I did watch it. I mean, Ryan Murphy stuff. I don't watch the American Horror Story stuff, but I do watch his other stuff. And I enjoyed Versace. I enjoyed the one with Bette Davis and Joan Crawford. That was good. So I watched some of his stuff. I give Ryan Murphy, and I like Pose, of course. So I give Ryan Murphy a lot of credit. He is really out there. I haven't watched Hollywood yet. I heard it's really good. I just haven't gotten there yet. So I tell you all the time, I'm busy creating content that I have a hard time actually watching content because I'm so busy creating content. I'm busy doing something. My phone rings and dings from morning to night. Every day, Monday through Sunday. Now, do I answer the phone all the time? No. Do I answer every single one? No. I literally, my phone, just my notifications, my emails, they go all the time, all the time, all the time. And just my phone just always dings and pings and notifications. And I have learned to just let it do its thing. And I answer when I'm ready, and I do things when I feel like it. You know, but I know I can't blame nobody. I did this to myself. This is good, kids. I did this to myself. I started this whole James Empire thing, and so with that, I could work 24/7 if I really wanted to, but I'm not going to. My health is very important. And when my face went paralyzed, that taught me a lot. So I was like, no, we're not gonna overwork ourselves. So I am sipping on in a Starbucks cup. This is pretty. I was digging through my stuff. I go, I have this cup. I love this cup. I am sipping on mango sorbet, vodka, and orange juice. And the sorbet is melting. Because I needed a drink. After today, I needed a drinkity drink. For the last 2 hours, I was in editing. And I remember how editing is. I'm fucking crazy. So I'm get all the markers and what's good, what's not good. It's margarita time. Hey, we had a hard week. We all had. This week was a crazy week for everybody. It's again, America. This is an American problem that's going on. We have this virus that's crazy. Then we have black people getting killed and on camera and being called on, and we have a crazy president. It's just there's so much going on. Now I'll tell you something. So I have a friend who's Republican, and he's black, Republican, and we are friends. And we always, I don't agree with everything he says, I don't agree with everything I say, but we always find a common ground. And I know it's very rare sometimes. People think it's a rare thing, but it does happen. And we are friends. I mean, I really do like him a lot. And a lot of things he says, I do agree with, and some things I say he agrees with. We just have some things that are different. I'm not far left at all. I'm not super conservative either. I'm somewhere in the middle somewhere. And we just came up with this thing. We were thinking we should try to if the COVID virus wasn't out there, we would try to produce a show where the Republican and the Democrat come together and go out and try to see the world. And Larry Kramer passing. I knew Larry Kramer. I knew him from I think I talked about the other night, from my activism days back in the 90s. That is just like a major sadness for me because he fought for rights for people who couldn't get rights. And I think it was funny because I am old enough to remember in the Murder Hornets and the Step Chickens. But with the Step Chickens, I my lifetime, I remember how hard it was to not be fully who I am because I could get fired from a job or not get a house or not get an apartment. And so it's kind of like, it's crazy. Yeah, it's funny. I know a lot of folks from that early time period, Peter Staley, all of them. I knew all of them because I came of age at the right time, so to speak, and I lived in San Francisco, so I completely was there in the beginnings of a lot of these movements that came to the West Coast, and so I came from that time period. RJ. I'm kind of a generation ahead of you. So like right above you. So I trust me, I lived all that stuff. So I was part of it. I tell people all the time, I'm not that old, but I'm old enough to remember all that went down. And I was fighting for rights back when you guys were kids in diapers. I was out there protesting and fighting and also trying to affect change in my workplaces. There are many times I was the only black person in a company. I was the only person of color in a company. And then when I would be promoted to a management position, I had to change the way. You're all significantly older. Okay, RJ, you could take that shade and put over some other area over there because Yes, but I look younger. So there. Or actually, my favorite line from Paris is Burning is Dorian Carey, when she said, "Shade is when I have to tell you you're ugly, you know you're ugly. So I have to tell you you're ugly." I love that line. Makes me laugh. But I remember getting promoted to jobs where I was like, we're going to implement some new rules. We're going to hire another black person. Like, this was the 80s and 90s. Like, I had to fight to hire another black person because they were like, well, like, I was the good Negro. I made it through. But, like, I can't hire anybody else. Or hiring gay people. I hired the first, back then they were called F to M's, female to male transsexuals. I hired them first at jobs before anybody else did, and I got flack for it. And I said, I don't care. I don't care whatsoever. I don't care. I'm going to do what I want to do. If you think you know James Lott Jr. now, I've been the same person even when 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I've always been James Lott Jr., whatever that is, and I don't give a fuck. So I would do things and I would hire people because they were good at the job, because I wanted to, and I wanted to add diversity. One job let me actually hold focus groups and actually we started hiring people of color. I had to convince them to hire. This was in the 90s. This was in the 90s. I had to convince them that I wasn't the only good Negro. There were other good Negroes out there. I'm like, it's fucking crazy. It was stupid. But I had to play the game and then also push the game. I had to do both. So I was an activist back in the day. I did a lot of stuff that a lot of the young kids today are benefiting from. And so I encourage people to be involved in their communities. I tell people all the time, you have to not just go on social media and retweet a post that says something. Do something. I mean, that's kind of the point. I'm old and tired. I need you guys to go out there and make the revolution televised. James Lott Jr. is not, I can't do it. You guys got to go out there and do it. I've marched many times. I walked many miles. I did many fundraisers, and I was a board chairperson of an organization and helped open gay and lesbian centers in San Francisco. I did all this. I fought for black rights and these rights, and I did all that. And I'm still fighting, but I need you younger folks out there to get out there and really do it. This is your world. Take charge. I got a good 30 years left in my life, possibly. This is your world. Go out there and fucking do it. Create the world you want to live in. That's the point. So as I said the other night, start with who you are putting in positions in power in your local chapters. That is superintendents of schools. That is congressmen, senators, mayors, vice mayors, sheriffs. That's all that stuff that you don't want to feel like reading on the fucking, the ballots. You get the ballot books and you're like, I don't want to read that. So you can't get upset when a certain ordinance or law goes through and you're like, I can't do what? Because you didn't pay attention. I get notifications about town hall meetings in my neighborhood here in Inglewood. Inglewood's changing by leaps and bounds. I have gone to town hall meetings. James Lott Jr. is busy, but I have found time when I see an issue, I was like, oh, that's going to affect me. I went to a town hall meeting and made sure my voice was heard. So I can at least say I went. And I affected change. Me and my whole street. They wanted to make my street a major street and put a light and all this stuff. But like, no, fuck you, kiss my grits. We went and fought it. We got permit parking. That has changed everything on my block. It's changed everything. When I get notifications about the metro, because I have the LA Metro being built right by my house, going to the airport, I went to a couple of those town hall meetings to see what the fuck they're talking about. You're tearing up areas, you're building stuff here, we're going to put this over here. I want to see what you're going to put over here by my house. I don't want an apartment building next to my house and all of a sudden that brings all these people. I don't want all that. So I go to the meeting and make sure that my voice is heard, or at least I hear people talking about it, so that I can't say later, well, I don't know what happened. I don't know why this happened. I'm so upset. I'm pissed. It's like you have to start from the lower levels. Presidency is important. I get it. But everything else is important too. It is. Local politics reign supreme. Yes, I agree with that. You have to really just do this. If your police, no, I like the Metro. I'm just saying that I like, because I ride the metro, but I'm saying that I'm seeing everything that they're doing. I want to make sure, especially in my neighborhood down here in Inglewood, Lamert Park, Village Park, all that over here, that you don't just gentrify it to the point where black businesses are drawn out. So I go to the town meetings to let them know, um, we want to keep some culture down here. We love a metro, that's great, but let's not tear everything. Because they were doing eminent domain down here, they're tearing everything up. It's like I made sure that I want to make sure that my interest is not becoming super white. That I want some diversity in the neighborhood. Are you hiring folks from Inglewood and South LA to work on these projects? I mean, that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff. Don't congratulate Candy on a role. She wrote that role for herself. Hello, she's a writer and producer on the show. Wasn't like I don't say she didn't have to audition or nothing. Yes, I'm being shady. So yes, so I do like the Metro, but there are things that are happening down here in South LA that I'm not a fan of. I saw it happen in San Francisco. The mission is not Mexican anymore. It's completely something different, and I think that's ridiculous. They drove every black person out of San Francisco, and I was told, "Well, James, you want to see black people? Move to Oakland." And I was like, why do I have to leave the city that I love to be around black people? That's ridiculous. So I fought to stay in San Francisco. And so that's why I do, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Like we need to not, it's like we have to really be vigilant. We have to be vigilant on what's important out there. It's just that there's so much going on right now in our major urban cities that's not good. It's not good. And sure, I love stuff okay. So a friend of mine, Grant Rudder, who's a great friend of mine, who does Grant's Rants, he was having a hard time doing his regular show like on the Housewives, but he realized he's going to do it. It's important. So there's several things going on. One, civic responsibility, civic duty, the virus, all this stuff's going on, but you can't watch it 24/7 or you go crazy. So you do need content to counter that. I do need comedies to be on television. I do need other stuff going on. So I know even for me sometimes it's really hard to try to go, okay, well, I'll do an after show today. But like you have to. Because you kind of have to, it's part of life. Well, Grant's one of my closest friends. I love Grant, and I know that he's had a hard time with things too, like I am, for years. Yet Harlem. Harlem is nothing like it was when I grew up. But not even just Harlem, Hell's Kitchen. Most areas of New York City, Manhattan, are not like they were when I was going there as a kid. They're completely different now. Completely different. And sometimes change is good. I'm not saying change is not good. Uh-oh, Lorraine Love's in here, kids. Everybody watch out. As I'm preaching right now, he's a preacher himself, Mark J. Freeman. I'm just saying that some change is fine, but not all change is good. And we have to protect our neighborhoods, our interests, and what we want. We can't just let people come in and do whatever the fuck they want and just expect us to sit there and go, oh, that's fine. Okay, thank you. I'll take that. No, we can't do that. I lived in San Francisco for 22 years. I saw how San Francisco changed. I saw how it changed. San Francisco is a shell of its former self. That's what's crazy. It's a shell of its former self. And there are parts of New York that are shells of their former selves. And in LA, there's parts of LA that are becoming that way too. And I'm like, no, no, no. No, no, no. And it's up to us to stand up and not just take it. We have to, I don't mind having the area look better. I don't want to, I was back in the day here, it was like gang infested. I don't want gangs and shit here. I want other stuff, but I don't want it so gentrified that you just can't, you don't see anything, that it's just all stripped of its culture. And a lot of us who are on here, we're creatives. We are creatives. We host, we perform, we do all kinds of, we need to still do that. There's a place for it. We still need to, I'm still going to do music and songs and videos. I'm going to still do that. But it's just sometimes there was times this week when it was very hard for me to want to do that. To be quite honest, it was just kind of like there were a couple days this week where I just cried most of the day. I have no shame in saying that. I completely just cried off and on because I was crying for gay people, I was crying for black people, I was crying for brown people. This country needs a lot of work. And there are things that are just not acceptable anymore. Maybe because I'm old, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being tolerated. I'm done with that. I'm tired of being just, okay, thanks, James. No, I'm tired of it. So I'm not super political on my stuff. I'm not super anything on my stuff. But this last week, I have completely been posting certain things that I felt I needed to say about what's going on out there. And I've been posting Larry Kramer stuff. I've been posting Martin Luther King stuff. I've been posting things that for me are great sayings for people who do things. Hi, Blaze Entertainment TV. I just think that you should never let anybody tell you what to do or how to. Oh, it's you. Hi, Blaze. Hi, Richard. Hi, Richard. You can't let anybody tell you how to do something or how to respond or how to. Your social media is your business, but for me, I find my way. I find my way on how I want to speak on things. That it should be whatever you're comfortable with. And I think it's your business how you decide to respond. Some folks are not on social media. They do things in public. And so that's my thing. It's kind of like, I won't reshare the videos. I won't reshare that stuff. To me, that's overkill, and I don't want to see all that. But I will speak on things, and that's what I choose to do. And I write spoken word pieces, and I write music, and that's kind of my contribution to what's going on in the world. I think that's what's really important, is that we all find our way in the revolution. We need a revolution. This is ridiculous. It's just completely at the time. This is all ridiculous. I don't care about whose side and this side and black and blue and white. I just think there's something wrong in America. That's the problem. There's something wrong in America, and all we want to do is just live our lives and stuff. How do you feel about actors, public figures who stay silent but you're a fan of? I would never tell anybody what to do. I'm just that kind of person. Everybody has their own way of responding to stuff. I see. So I'm of that generation that social media is not the end all be all to me. I don't feel like that people need to just. Some people do verbal diarrhea on social media, and some folks just retweet stuff because they can. My thing is, not every actor, public figure has to say something. I just don't feel like they have to. It'd be nice if they do, but now I don't hold them accountable for stuff. I just don't. I feel like there's enough folks out there that are speaking up that I go towards them. That's kind of how I feel about that. I think that because a lot of actors and public figures get backlash for speaking out, and so that's the problem. A lot of them get backlash for speaking out, and folks don't want to look at them for saying anything. They just want them to shut up and act. For me, I don't really care if they say some or don't. It doesn't affect me personally at all. I think more importantly, it's us. Screw the actors, public figures, and people who make out. It's us regular folks. I feel like need to say something and need to do something. I think that's where I'm always looking towards. I'm like, my neighbors need to say it, and they need to speak out and do stuff when it comes to voting, when it comes to and on their social media. I think it's the regular folk that need to say stuff. That needs to happen. The regular folk need to be heard. That's my feeling about that. Fuck actors, musicians, whatever. If they say something great, if they don't, I don't hold them accountable. I just don't. It doesn't bother me. And when they do speak out, it's great. I love it. That's fine. Yes, many of them have a bigger platform, but it's not they're not obligated to say anything. Because this is a personal issue in my brain. This is not a professional thing, it's a personal thing. So I think it's up to them I would never. I remember when outing was big. I would never tell somebody when they should come out of the closet. It's up. It's completely up to you. It's your. Everybody's journey is very different. The world is not set up for it to be wonderful to be gay. So I would never tell you when to come out. And I would never want somebody to out you just because. Now, if you're doing something against gay people, then I don't mind that. I mean, it's a double standard, but I don't care about that part. If you're a black person doing things against black people, then yes, you should be outed then too. I mean, if you're doing harm to certain people, then yes, I kind of lift that and go, okay, something should be done about that. Important to live these with more other steps. Or posting is good when you're like, yeah. I think what people do is because it's easy to press a button and retweet something. It's easy to sit behind a desk and write a 10-page later of what we should be doing. I feel like what's Iron Beard. I think people need to do more than that. I think that's the issue. We are in an election year. This is a very important year for us. Now's your chance, on whatever side you're on, to vote the way you want to vote. That's the deal. So whether you're Republican, Democrat, doesn't matter. This is your chance now to really look at what needs to be done. That's the main thing. Yeah, you would say it's a great shirt, Iron Beard, of course. I just happened to put it on today. I was like, I always rotate my clothes. Say, side note, folks, I know I'm pontificating right now, but on a side note, as an organizer, I'm the super organizer, professional organizer, I rotate my clothes. So in my drawers, in my closet, I go through and I try to wear everything. So I go through my closets and I put stuff forward. I rotate my clothes. When I wash clothes, I put them at the bottom of the drawers. I put them in the back of the closet. So I continuously I'm wearing new stuff, and I hadn't worn this in a long time. So I was like, let me pull it out. So I'm wearing. I got a lot of new shirts coming out. A lot of new shirts. And Iron Beard Films is a black-owned, black-run media company. Media company, black-run, black-owned media company. I will support that. I will support that. I will support that. That's just, you know. And Walker R, you guys, is another great host, media person who he knows how I feel about him, and I always try to collaborate with him, and I bring him onto shows that I do. I've known him for years now at this point. I remember when I first met you, but I've known you for years at this point. I mean, I would say at least 4 or 5 years at this point. And I completely I support whatever you do, Walker, and that's you know how I feel about you. How is 51 years old treating me? Well, I have aches and pains every day. Besides the hair, I think I look pretty good for 51. I mean, I'm hanging in there. I think that what I'm realizing is I'm tolerating less stuff. My tolerance level is dropping. As you get older, that's one thing. My parents told me this would happen. I'm learning that part. I'm like, my tolerance for bull duty is... Well, I have great... This chat is always good. I have the greatest people who watch this show with me. I do this show every night. Talk a lot with James Lott Jr. I have the greatest people who come on here and come through here. It's always a good time. So I agree with you, Emily. My tolerance level is completely like nil at this point. And I know who I am. That's the one thing. I know who I am. That's a great thing also. I'm always learning about myself. I mean, I'm still learning things. But for the most part, at this point, I know who I am. I know what my limitations are. I know what my strengths are, my weaknesses. I know what I want. I know what I don't want. And that's a great feeling. I'm doing the career I want to be doing. Everything is good. Kids, I'm back in school again. Of course, I know you guys are thinking, how is James back in school? I am learning divorce coaching. So I'm doing that because I'm a certified life coach in 4 areas. So I decided, why not? I'll learn something else. So I'm just like, it's the learning never stops. And for me at 51, I supposed to be an example to people that, you could keep going. That's the whole point. It's like you don't have to 25, 30, 40 years old. It's great. But, you can continue going. The dreams don't have to stop. Yes. Oh, yes. There's a long time I know what I want to do. There's a long time in my professional career. I was like, they found their passion. Okay, Candace, I was waiting for it. Forever and a day, education. That's right. But I would see people in certain professions I was in, and I go, wow, they are set. They love this business. They can talk about this business for the rest of their lives. And I couldn't. I was like, I can't do it. So for so long, I was doing jobs that were fine. They paid the bills and they did take care of business, but they weren't my passions. 40 years old, I found it. The last 11 years, I've been working in it. I couldn't be happier. In terms of my professional life, could not be happier. I'm moving the way I want to move and everything. But I just hope to be an example that you can just do whatever it is you want to do, just do it. And don't let age stop you. I mean, I'm old, but I'm not old. Oh, thank you, Walker. That's very nice of you to say that. Very nice to say that. I don't know. I feel like I'm a regular guy who just has learned some things. I paid attention to the life lessons that happened to me. I paid attention to what went on in my life. And I said, oh, okay, let me look at that and see what that's about. And I learned lessons. And so I'm trying to share with people. That's what I'm just trying to do. I think we all need to pay attention to our lives. I lived a great life. I lived a full life. I can't, yeah, some bad things happen, obviously, but I lived a great life. I have a lot of stories, a lot of things. I have a lot of memories that I've had over the last 51 years of my life. Some bad, but a lot good. I can honestly say I completely lived some life. If I were to die tomorrow, I really can't complain. I can't. I did some stuff. Hopefully people will remember me when I go, but while I was here, I made the most, and I think that's what I'm trying to show people. Make the most of your life, whatever that is. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you how to do it. I'm just like, do it. You want to learn fishing? Learn fishing. You want to go bowling? Go bowling. Well, you can't go bowling right now. But you know what I mean? It's like, just don't be afraid to do something. Just do it. Just do it. I mean, who cares? And there's no such thing as perfection. It's like, you want to do a TV show? Do a TV show. You want to record a podcast? Record a podcast. Who cares if the quality isn't the best? Like right now, it's completely, it's an even playing field. Because technology with Zoom and everything is completely even. Learn how to play spades. You never played spades before. What kind of black person are you? I grew up playing spades, bid whiz, crazy. Of course, there's like fireworks behind me. All right. I used to play cards. We played cards, dominoes, every get together, ping pong at every family event. Black people won't teach you. That's so funny. It's odd that 20-year-olds place value on what's hot now, whereas when you get to our age, I bask in, I think, storytelling. Yeah, it's when you're young, you're young. You're young. You don't think about the future. You don't think about what's going to happen. I thought 50 years old was so far away. Good night, everybody. I'm 51. So I'm like, I was like, it happens just like that. For a while, I was the youngest person in the room, and now I'm one of the oldest in the room. There's that saying in Hollywood: first you play the ingenue, then you play the hot girlfriend, then you are the mother. It's almost the same thing for like a guy. It's like first you're the young boy, then you're the hot stud, and then you're the father and grandfather. It's like it happens just like that. It just happens. Like seriously, I look in the mirror and I'm like, sometimes I'm going, wow, there's gray hair on my chest. And the gray in my beard I'm getting more gray. Like it's like, but but I don't even know. I mean, I look at my hands sometimes. I go, God, my hands look a little old. I mean, like I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm just like I don't. There's times when I wake up and there's a pain in my foot. Where the fuck did that come from? And then all of a sudden it goes away. It's like it's just and you do when you get older, you do learn a lot of that. Your priorities do change. They just do because you live life, so you've seen how fleeting some things are. When I was younger, I wanted fame. I wanted to be popular. I wanted everybody to know who I was. I got it for a little bit, okay, but literally, it's fleeting. It's like what now? I want longevity. I want the dollars. I want people to like the work that I do. I mean, I don't care about fame anymore. It's very different for me now. It's, can I find time with my family? Can I find time to be at home in my garden? Can I find love? There's all these things that, are much more important to me now than when I was in my 20s and 30s. I mean, yeah, I wanted some of those things back then, but it was fleeting. It was just like, I got a lot of years ahead of me kind of thing. And you learn later you don't. Like many of you know, I had a brother die 4 years ago at 47. He didn't make it to 50. And so I think about it that way, going, wow, well, I'm fortunate. I made it to 50 and 51. I'm still here. He died not fulfilling his dreams. And I was like, that's not going to happen to me. That is not going to happen to me. And may Max rest in peace. And I think about him every day. But he didn't die happy or in his dreams. He was trying to work towards them. He was getting there. He was trying to work towards them, but he didn't. So much time was wasted on all those kind of material things. No, I'm here. I can never live in Bay Area again. First Bay Area, I can afford it. It's way expensive. My friends there are struggling to live there. The whole Bay Area is expensive. No, I don't. I hate the weather there. I was there 22 years. I hated the weather. I never got acclimated to the weather. Never, 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 never. I own a house here in LA. I love it. I'm not leaving. I'm in LA. I would love to have other homes. I have a home in Pittsburgh, but I'd love to have other homes and places. But no, LA is my place now. I'm home now for the rest of my life. I can't see myself living anywhere else. I like the weather. I like the politics. I like everything. Nah. And now because you can work from anywhere, live here is fine, and I can work anywhere else and travel. I heard Nashville's a great place. It's a great place. I have family in Memphis, but I've never been to Nashville yet. But I heard it's a nice place. I'd love to go there and visit. But no, I think LA is my base at this point in my. I hate moving. James Lott Jr. is too old to be moving. I'm in my 50s. I'm settled. I'm here. I love my place. But I don't mind. But I can work from anywhere. I can base myself here and work anywhere I want. So I'll go somewhere for a few months and do that. But that's fine. Oh my God, kids. Enough preaching for you guys today. It's the last minute and a half. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Doing the show, like I said, there's times right before the show, I'm like, do I have the energy to do it? Not because of you guys, but because of what's going on in the world. And actually, I'm glad I do it. Because you guys really inspire me to come on here with the camaraderie that we have here and our little family we have here. And it feeds me also. So thank you very much for your time, your comments, and everything. Are you gonna leave Brooklyn? BK. Yes, but everybody, thank you so much for being on tonight. It's Friday night. The weekend is starting. Let's all try to have at least some semblance of a good weekend. I know there's stuff going on out there, but let's just try to feed ourselves in a positive way to try to have a good weekend. And I think I'm going to eat some food. I don't want to, but I'm hungry and I'm like starving, so I'm going to eat some food. But everybody, just try to enjoy your weekend. I love you guys very much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.